Look at this stern Arab man. He looks like an older Aladdin or a weary genie from Arabian tales. The kind of genie who, instead of granting wishes, built an entire city in the desert and pulled gold from the ground. His name is Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, and he's the ruler of Dubai. Our hero didn't wait for a magic lamp to come his way. Instead, he became the genie, fulfilling not just his own dreams but those of millions around him. He transformed a barren desert into one of the world's most prosperous and extravagant cities, complete with the tallest building, the largest mall, countless millionaires, and more of the biggest and best things you can imagine, all in the middle of a desert where just 60 years ago even camels wouldn't willingly go. How did he make the impossible real? That's what we're here to figure out together. Today, we're telling the story of Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the man who turned Dubai into a modern-day miracle. Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum comes from one of the two most powerful ruling families in the United Arab Emirates. His family, the Al Maktoum family, rules Dubai, while the Al Nahyan family governs Abu Dhabi. Together, these families make up the backbone of the UAE, a small but fascinating country consisting of 7 emirates, or principalities. In the UAE, the emirate with the most oil has the most power, which is why the ruler of Abu Dhabi is the president of the UAE, while Dubai's ruler, Sheikh Mohammed, is the prime minister and vice president. Now, Mohammed bin Rashid was born in 1949 into a royal family, but back then, being born into royalty didn't mean living in luxury. Today, we associate Dubai with towering skyscrapers, Lamborghinis, and lavish lifestyles. But in the mid-20th century, Dubai was nothing like the glittering metropolis it is now. Back then, it was a small, dusty fishing village where people lived in tents, caught fish, and dived for pearls. There was no electricity, no modern infrastructure, just endless desert and brutal heat. Can you imagine? The world we know today as one of the richest, most futuristic cities was once a harsh, inhospitable desert, a place where survival was a daily struggle. Mohammed grew up in this world, sleeping on sand mattresses and living in a palace that didn't always have electricity. His early years were a far cry from the riches Dubai enjoys today. Yet even as a child, Mohammed showed ambition. He was sent to private school to learn Arabic and Islamic law, and he begged his grandfather, the ruler of Dubai at the time, to take him to council meetings. There, young Mohammed learned the art of leadership firsthand. But he wasn't just a student of politics and governance. Like any good prince, he mastered horse riding, falconry, shooting, and swimming. Later, he even learned how to fly a plane. At 17, Mohammed, like many young aristocrats of his time, went to Britain for his education. He studied at Cambridge, completed military training, and became a certified pilot. He traveled, absorbed knowledge from all over the world, and when he returned home, he was ready to shape Dubai's future. In 1968, when Mohammed was just 19, he witnessed a historic moment: the birth of the United Arab Emirates. His father, the ruler of Dubai and the leader of Abu Dhabi, decided to unite the Emirates into a single country. 3 years later, Mohammed was appointed as the UAE's first Minister of Defense. Although this wasn't the most glamorous role, it gave him the chance to prove himself. From early on, Mohammed had a vision for Dubai that went beyond just oil wealth. He saw the city as a global hub, a place where business, tourism, and innovation would thrive. He understood that oil wouldn't last forever, and Dubai needed to diversify its economy to survive in the long term. At that time, most people thought building a global metropolis in the middle of the desert was impossible. It was a ridiculous dream, but Mohammed didn't believe in the word impossible. He once said, "We don't know the word impossible. It is a word used by lazy and weak people who fear challenges." His first step, infrastructure. In the 1970s, Dubai's oil wealth could have easily provided a comfortable life for Mohammed and his family, but instead of sitting back and enjoying the riches, he used the money to start building. He established factories to produce cement, glass, and metal, everything needed to construct a city from scratch. It was like gathering the pieces for a massive puzzle with one goal in mind: to transform Dubai into a place where nothing was impossible. And so, the construction of Dubai began. In 1979, Sheikh Mohammed pushed for the construction of Dubai's first skyscraper, the Dubai World Trade Center. This was just the beginning. Over the next few decades, Mohammed would spearhead countless projects, turning Dubai into a global powerhouse. By the 1980s, Dubai was already starting to attract foreign businesses and investors. But Mohammed wasn't satisfied. He had much bigger plans. In 1985, he founded Emirates Airlines, now one of the largest and most successful airlines in the world. Back then, Dubai barely had any roads. Camels and boats were the primary forms of transportation. Today, Dubai has some of the best roads in the world, and Emirates Airlines connects Dubai to every corner of the globe. But building roads and airports wasn't enough. Mohammed knew that to make Dubai truly world-class, he needed to make it attractive not just for business, but for people. In 1995, he introduced the Dubai Shopping Festival, turning the city into a global shopping destination. He also established a free economic zone, which attracted businesses from all over the world. Dubai started to grow rapidly. Real estate became one of the city's main sources of income, and the skyline began to fill with skyscrapers. But Sheikh Mohammed wasn't just building any city. He was building a city that defied expectations, one that would become known for being the biggest, the tallest, and the best. And so began the creation of Dubai's wonders, the kind of projects that make headlines around the world. In 2010, Dubai became home to the tallest building in the world, the Burj Khalifa. Standing at a staggering 828 meters, it has 163 floors and can house 35,000 people. The Burj Khalifa alone consumes 700,000 liters of water every day, and Dubai had to build one of the most sophisticated water supply systems in the world to support its growth. Then there's the Dubai Mall, the largest shopping mall in the world. Its area is larger than the entire country of Vatican City. Every year, millions of visitors flock to Dubai just for the shopping experience. Sheikh Mohammed didn't stop there. He built the world's largest man-made island, the Palm Jumeirah, creating miles of new coastline for luxury homes and resorts. He even created an indoor ski resort in the middle of the desert, where visitors can ski on snow despite the 50-degree heat outside. Think about that for a moment, skiing in the desert. It's the kind of thing that seems like magic, but in Dubai, it's reality, and the wonders keep coming. The world's largest airport, the world's tallest hotel, the world's biggest fountain. In Dubai, everything is the largest, the tallest, the most expensive. It's like Sheikh Mohammed was determined to make sure that Dubai would be known as the city of most. Today, Dubai is a global business hub, attracting investors, entrepreneurs, and tourists from all over the world. Sheikh Mohammed's vision has transformed the city from a small fishing village into a global metropolis. But even more than that, he has created a place where anything feels possible. Sheikh Mohammed once said, "You must change yourself, or you will be changed by others." This philosophy guided him throughout his life, as he constantly adapted to the challenges and opportunities that came his way. He didn't wait for the world to hand him anything. He took action and made things happen. And so, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum became not just the ruler of Dubai, but its architect, its visionary, and in many ways, its genie. Through sheer determination and a refusal to accept limitations, he turned the impossible into reality. That's the story of how Sheikh Mohammed built a city of miracles in the desert. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and let us know in the comments which story you'd like us to cover next. We are Beyond Ordinary Visiona, and together with Sheikh Mohammed, we wish you a magical day. See you next time with more stories that amaze and inspire. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and show us some love pressing the like button.